Hey guys, it's Gary, and welcome back to one of the first videos that I've actually taken the time or had the time to record recently. Early today at around 12:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I raced in the C-Fix truck race at ChicagoLand Speedway, and while the race was mostly clean for me outside of a wall hit from getting tied from old tires, it really wasn't that clean of a race for some of the others in the sim. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the incidents and at least one that was pretty malicious and a bit egregious. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and cut over to the pandemonium. Alright, here's the first instance. The 14 gets out and gets 3 wide and just doesn't really hold his line. So as you see, the 21's onto the outside of him. He comes down into the 17 and then back up and just loses control before coming down and hitting the 00 there and the 6. So now the 4 made it through there, and he was very surprised about how he made it through. So we're going to watch. Here comes the wreck. There's the car going to the outside. Here comes the back end, and just makes a good move and barely avoided that vehicle in front of him. Alright, here we are. We're watching the 15's perspective. Here's the incident happening. There's the 14 going up into the wall. There's the hit. And him making a great move to avoid everything, just by being able to move to the outside. That was a bit of skill with a bit of luck. Because, you know, it's hard to avoid accidents, especially when they're happening that fast in front of you. So guys, now we're at lap 3, and we're already under caution. So I'm going to go ahead and cut back whenever we're ready for the next incident. Alright guys, now we're coming back to the green flag. The reason I have it focused on this is the 12 car gets really pissed off at the 23. I don't know what for maybe coming up, doing the slide job in front of him, but he did nothing wrong. He come up, he was clear and come up. But the 12, listen to what the 12 says here. That was a stupid move, 23. So we're going to look at the cockpit just to try to see how close it was. So he comes up, he's clear, and then comes up, and it causes, the 12 to get a little offline. He calls it a stupid move. The guy was clear. This isn't the first time the 12 has done something like this. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the 23. Here we are on the gearbox camera of the 23. So we're back under green. Any point now, he's free to come up if he's clear. So here he comes. He goes low. Realizes he's clear, and then comes up. He's not even that close. I don't understand how the 12 thinks that that's a stupid move. So here we're on the nose of the 12 car. Just really going to see how close that it was. So he's holding him down a little bit. Nothing bad. With that much of that difference, I'm sorry, 12. You have no leg to stand on with that one. It wasn't even close. And as I said earlier, this isn't the first time the 12 was involved in anything. Now here's the next incident that brings up the caution, and it's happening at the same time. The 4 gets into the wall, and then shoots off of it down into the 9, and then cuts right back down. here, you know, you'll hear him.
Sorry, that was all my fault. I was trying to get off the track. I didn't see you down there, buddy.
So we're gonna ride with the 4 and try to see what happens. Keep it notice of his wheel inputs, and let's see what happens here. There he is. Okay, he's holding it decently. He scraped the wall there, and then got low. And then he should have known that the 9 was low. So we're going to go back and watch. Here it is. Tap, you know, just barely touches the wall. That second shot, okay. Look at this second shot. He's already in the wall. And then that second hit of the wall is what sent him low. But this one, you've got to listen to your spotter. You've got to have awareness to know that a car is on the inside. I mean, it's just basic knowledge with that. So we're going to ride with the 9. There's the hit. And then the 4 gets turned low. With that one, that was a racing incident. But then that one was just stupid. That was just, you know, idiotic driving, not paying attention.
Sorry, that was all my fault. I was trying to get off the track. I didn't see you down there, buddy.
So he's going ahead and making a pit stop. He's going to get an EOL for entering closed pits with this. All right, we're back on the 12 here. And it's going to be on here for a little bit because now we're coming to the green. He's riding that one guy, and then he dives low. If this had been like real life NASCAR racing rules, he would have been penalized.
Jackass.
He calls the 16 a jackass because the 16 didn't take off. The 16 was wanting to hold back, probably trying to save safety rating in this. So the 12's already just being a complete, you know, being rude. Basically, he's one of the main reasons that I typically tend not to run with voice chat on. Now, as you notice, he's slow. There's a reason for this. He's barely he's going, but the 11 is closing. But because he had to avoid the 16, you're going to see something pretty egregious here in a moment. And this is highly protestable. Here comes the 16 on the high side. Now he moves up and then comes down into him, spins him. My bad. We're going to watch something. This is something I don't typically do. I'm showing his name down in the corner. I'm showing his speed. 157, 156. There we go. 160. He's slowing. He's running 10 miles per hour slower. And then comes up. He done that deliberately.
My bad.
And then tries to blame it as my bad. There he is. Up speed. Just watch his RPMs. See, the 16 did nothing except he didn't take off as fast as this jackass wanted him to. So right now, he's not really running as fast as he could. But here, as you see, he doesn't pick up the throttle. He doesn't add throttle. He's slowing. This is quite deliberate. Now the 16 is getting ready to come to the outside. He slows and moves up. and then moves back down into him. There's a real big tail here. Listen to it. Listen to the throttle. That right there should earn this guy at least a temporary, if not a permanent.
Are we seriously going to have 40 laps of yellow?
Let's watch the restart. 73, which is pretty good. It sounds like he's in the higher gear. That may be the thing. He may have been starting in the wrong gear. No, he's in second. What happened there? Alright, green's out. And that's weird. So we're going to watch his speed when he starts accelerating. Green's out. I don't know what it was with that shift. But let's watch most of those shifts. He's in second right now, which you should be in second going back to the restart. He comes up. Shifts. It doesn't shift good. Both of his shifts are really weird. So, but for some reason, with something with the shifting, caused the 12 to really get pissed off at him. Enough to be vindictive, which not the smartest thing. It's like, sure, I might get mad at somebody on the track and then try to race them hard, but I'm not going to go out of my way to wreck them because of that being intentional. Of course, you clearly see the 12 is Cody is slowing up. He's just mad. He wants to get payback on the guy. And then that. Both those guys, the 16 gap, something's weird with his shifts.
Are we seriously going to have 40 laps of yellow?
But the 12, what he did is completely against the sporting code. I've been mad that somebody's come up and raced me rough and spun me or something.
Yeah, guys, where's the pace car?
But I'm not the type of guy that goes out and tries to wreck everybody. I'm not going to intentionally wreck you unless I really feel like you have insulted. And it has to be something pretty egregious for me to not give a damn and wreck. Honestly, I can say I've never been protested because with this, I don't care that much. Hey, Editor Gary here. I noticed at this point I really didn't make a lot of sense what I was saying. Like, saying that, I don't care that much. Not to say that I don't care that much about the racing. I actually do, but I don't care that much if I get wrecked. If I get wrecked, I get wrecked. I'm not going to go out and intentionally try to wreck somebody and risk, having to take a forced vacation from the sim. Um, because ultimately it's not worth it. If you're that mad that, oh, I'm going to go out and hit that guy, maybe you need to take a break from the sim. Maybe you're getting too invested in it. Sure, I've been mad at somebody before, that raced me kind of aggressively, but not to the point where I'd go out and wreck, because I've got a lot of other things that I've really got to worry about, and doing the sim racing is just a way to blow off steam and have a little fun and go out and, feel like a race car driver once in a while. It's not something that I completely take way too seriously. And that most of the time. But, I realized that when I was going back and editing this, that, be saying that I didn't care that much, it really didn't seem to come across the way that I had intended it to. Anyway, back to the footage, guys. Now here's something. 21 gets
When you get to me, I'm just gonna say hi.
gets upset about something here.
Come on.
Okay. Okay, the 18 there. He 21 gets upset here at the 18. The 18 is holding his line, comes up maybe a little,
Come on.
but 21 is completely changed his line. Yeah, he's going to arc in and comes down, but come on. I'm sorry, it's up to you to realize. We're going to take a look here. We're going to go to the chase of. We're going to the chase view of this.
Leaders, when you get to me, I'm just gonna say hi.
So here he comes. He's already to the inside. He's already got the corner. And as you see, the 21 comes down into him and gets mad.
Leaders, when you get to me, I'm just gonna say hi.
Here he comes. He's staying in that lane, and the 21 comes down into him and gets mad. He arcs it off. He was a little tight.
Just gonna say hi.
Spotter should have told him car inside. He comes down, and then let's take a look at this again. To be fair, watch his perspective. And we're going to come.
I'm just gonna say.
I'm going to turn off the voice chat for here. And whenever he's entering the corner, okay, he's here on the high side. He starts arcing it down a little bit. He come down a little bit, but it wasn't that much. But that was still his fault. So we're going to run back. And we're going to watch this. He's coming down. On his perspective, it does look like the 18 does come up, but that's one of the tricks of the game, or of the sim. He's coming down. as we saw from the other perspectives, see, he's staying high and then arcing it in, kind of like what he would probably normally do, but he doesn't realize the 18's there. On his perspective, it does, and I can attest to this, it does at times look like, you know, you're staying in your lane whenever you're actually coming down or going up a little bit. But here, as we can see, clear as a bell, he's coming down. Let's switch to camera 2, because I think it shows it better. So here we are, 21 is there. This is, of course, TV camera 2, and he's coming down. 18's just staying right where he's at. Now watch. We're going through here one at a time. Watch. Look at where the 18's running compared to the seam. He's staying right there. He might have come up a little bit, but it was after he got touched by the 21. And then the 21 gets shot to the outside. Unfortunately, that's a racing incident. That's not really one of those, you know,
I got you, 18. Come on.
he says, I gotcha 18.
I got you, 18.
Unless he's... Now this makes sense for the end of the race now.
I believe I will catch up to you for that.
He's already threatening retaliation. Earlier, when the 8 and the 21 got together, I said this makes more sense now for what's coming up later. Now watch this. He's going to get to the inside and bump him. And spin him. The guy tried to lock it down, then got hit.
Man down.
So I was able to pass them both. Oh, and the 23 got taken out.
Every bit of that, bro.
He just...
watching that for a couple of laps from behind. It was fun to watch. What the hell did I do?
Yeah.
I watched it from my rear view.
So what we're going to do, here's the cockpit view of the 21 who's already mad and looking for retaliation. And then goes in there.
Come on, man. Last freaking lap. Are you serious?
Yeah, that is protestable. Here's the 15's view of it. There he is, and the punt's coming. There's the punt.
Come on, man. Last freaking lap. Are you serious?
He got a little front end damage, not too bad. Look from my vantage point of this.
Come on, man.
I was like,
Freaking lap. Are you serious?
there's the spin in front of me. And I just hoped that it would stay clear. There it is. I passed the 11.
18, you deserve every bit of that, bro.
I don't remember if I got... Nope, I didn't get the 15. Looking at the rear of the 18. And of course, since that first wreck happened, the 21 was looking for retaliation. There he come. He got it.
Come on, man. Last freaking lap. Are you serious? Woo! Man down. Come on, man.
And here's the 11's nose
Are you serious?
camera. And... oh, it blew his engine too at the same time. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. And as you can tell, there were some pretty egregious wrecks. Like, I didn't realize how egregious the 21 and 18 wreck at the end was because the 21 felt that the 18 drove him dirty whenever it was his fault. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, you don't want to retaliate during a race, because if he goes back and he'll go back and look at it. I was in the right. I was making my approach, and not, even though the 11 or the 18 held his line, that won't matter to him. It won't matter that the 11 held the line and he come down into him, because he got wrecked. There's some people that in the sim, they just can't see their own fault. It's like me. There were a few times at like Dover in a league race I used to be part of, that I was like, dude, you come down into me. And then I went back and watched it, like, oh shit, I was wrong. I'm glad I didn't say anything on the radio. Somebody said something to me after, it's like, yeah, I'm just going back and look at it. It's like, and it said, yeah, that was 100% your fault. And I go, I agree. I thought I was lower on the track, and I thought you come down into me. I was wrong. He's like, no harm, no foul. Pretty much, if you mess up, don't be afraid to go, my bad, I effed up. But at the same time, don't be so stubborn to think, oh, I'm completely in the right, I can never be wrong. Because Lord knows we screw up more times than not on this game and not realize it. It's hard to, get everything right. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Peace out. Take care.